I guess in the spirit of having this like a show atmosphere, let's raise our drinks and have a good kickoff to the day. Instead of, I guess we're all getting crunk, whether it's coffee or something else. Slide presenter guru, you got that finger ready? Because we're going to be rolling.
Stand over there.
Oh, okay. So yes, my name is Max Farrell, and I am one of the co-founders of Create Reason.
Stand on the other side so you can.
Oh, we may have to switch over to the Google presentation because they are not liking the font, and the font is what makes it pop. Yes. So yeah, that's one action item that we do request is that you install the font. Oh yeah, those are the good-looking fonts right there.
All right, start from the top.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Max Farrell, and I am one of the co-founders of Create Reason. And Create Reason started out of frustrations, like anything, and wondering if there's better ways or bigger ways to do things. I was on vacation, recharging for the job that I had previously, working with a startup that was solving a really big problem. How do we fundamentally change the way that we move money inside the United States? And it was a job that I could get excited about, something that had purpose. And as I thought about it, I was in my own bubble. I realized that there's more jobs out there, yet people aren't connected to the purpose that they work for or work with. All companies do create value. That's why they exist. They're in business because they clearly offer a service or product that somebody pays for, but people weren't being connected to that purpose of the value that was created. And so what we did was we started to think of how can we address this? How can we tie the purpose of what companies are doing to the roles that people serve within them? And get people inside companies to be excited about the work they do so that both the talent can be great and the company can be even greater. And so with that, we started to launch Create Reason. So we are a collective of creatives, change agents, and community builders. We have versatile skill sets, but it's a versatile work world. And we focus on inspiring entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship inside companies. So we've got a nice team. Got myself, and we've got Jordan Carlisle over there, the Director of Entrepreneurship for this great chamber, and Dustin Williams, the creative guru extraordinaire who's been all around the block with Microsoft, done some work with Walmart, some e-commerce companies. You're something special, man. And myself, I've worked with startups both in Iowa, where Dwala was based, as well as with companies around here, just in building up the startup ecosystem by running startup weekends and other programs like that. And you can see some of the chops right there. It is a versatile skill set. We've been in the trenches in a few different ways, and one of the big things that we believe in as we build a company is collaboration. You know, together we have an amazing roster of skills and a resume. Individually, we're okay. I mean, Dustin's always special, but that's another thing. So there's a shift underway. There's a massive change in how companies are building, how teams are working together, and how people are executing. And a lot of companies aren't getting to the next level to meet this shift that is happening. We're in the middle of a work evolution, or revolution, if you will. And there's a lot of trends that are starting to happen. There's more millennials in the workplace. A lot of, I want to do things now. I want to own a bigger piece of this. I want to work with purpose. The incentive of money isn't necessarily the key driver of performance now. There's the rise of the freelancer, where instead of working for a company for 10, 20, 30 years, people are going to have 10 to 15 jobs at over the course of a career. And people will work as solopreneurs. By 2020, it's expected that there will be over 40% of the workforce working as freelancers. And of course, as we all know, in embracing the entrepreneurial spirit, there is the rise of the startup. There's the rise of capital. There's the rise of being able to work on new things and own a really big piece of what a company is working on. And one of the downsides of all this is that there's still disengagement increasing inside companies. So we dug into some of the statistics. 70% of people don't like their jobs. 51% of people are looking for jobs elsewhere. So yeah, think about that for a second. That means that if you run a company, statistically, more people are looking for a new job inside your company than actually just working at the company. And this sucks for 100% of people. That was a statistic that we pulled. Small sample size, so there may be a margin for error, but we're confident in that. So we built out a process. In the spirit of being a startup, we thought about what is that minimum viable product that we can offer as we start to figure out what are the true pain points of companies and what is the value that we can immediately add to some of these groups. And so we built out a 3-step process focusing on ideation, execution, and optimization. And so we started to approach how can we change the working culture from the inside out. Instead of companies launching on the outside and beating larger companies to in the race of something new, let's start to create an entrepreneurial culture within companies. Let's create the entrepreneurs or identify who they are. Give people an outlet to actually work on something new. Get employee ideas out in the open and create a process for companies to actually execute on them. And let's get people to collaborate. I think the term silos is thrown around often. Sometimes it's a toxic word, but other times we need to embrace the state of things. And there are silos in a lot of workplaces. There's the marketing team, there's the design team, there's the technical team, there's the operations team. But not often do we have cross-functional collaboration, and we're big believers in emphasizing that. So we launched this 3-step process to work with companies to start to get new ideas out there, new ways of thinking, and new ways of getting things done. So with the ideation process, we go in and work with companies from a services perspective. We work with you to say, where have you been? Where are you now? Where do you want to go? And then we drive that one of several different directions. Do they want to create new products? Do they want to improve existing ones? Or do they want to just optimize the workflow inside the company? And this was one of the testimonials we got from a client we worked with recently. So it's always nice to get feedback like that. And yeah, they just get stuff done now. The execution phase, that's where we go in and we start to build out a series of workshops around lean startup methodology, design thinking, giving new tools to employees that have been used to doing work the same ways so that they can execute differently. And all of that culminates with a function that we've created called the Creation Jam, where it takes pieces of internal hackathons that often exist inside companies or startup weekends inside communities, meshes them together around what also drives people inside organizations to do their best work so that they can collaborate, execute on the things that are really bothering them or the opportunities that they see to be great. Because nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I just want to be okay today. People do want to do their best work. We just need to give the opportunity to do that. And the optimization phase. After we run through the workshops, after we run through the Creation Jam, we do a summarization with the team at this company. And we say, hey, these are some of the insights that we gained from these past couple of sessions together. Here's some of the opportunities that we see to collaborate in the future. And then we start to become an innovation advisor. And so that's Create Reason in a nutshell. I've just started working on this full-time over the past, I'd say, 6 weeks. We've gotten several clients locked in, so it's nice to have some revenue. But we're learning as we build, and it's a lot of fun to do that, and we're excited to keep growing. And one of the quotes that I'd like to leave you all with is one from Theodore Roosevelt. Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. We're big believers in doing that. People are always looking for a reason. We create reason. Thanks.